Good morning.
What's up?
I'm your host, Kendra Hayward, and
LaShayna Wilder.
And we got a special guest,
DeSean Hairston. How y'all doing? Yeah.
And welcome to the Power Suite.
I like that.
So what's up, man?
Yeah,
What's up? How y'all doing? I'm glad to be here.
I'm excited.
We're
too.
so happy that you're here too. We're excited, man.
So, tell us a little bit about you. So let the people know who you are.
Who I am.
What you
Where
do.
you from? What I do.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
that.
where you from? Where
There
you
you
from?
go, there you go.
All right, y'all. My name is DeSean Hairston. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, and I am a rising cosmetologist.
Okay.
Here we go.
No. From what I've seen, you got that.
Okay, he's talking about rising.
Yeah, no.
I am a cosmetologist.
There you
Okay.
go. There you go. Because you are.
Because you are. All right. So today we're gonna be dabbling into some things, talking about transitioning. Like, what does that mean? From what did you do before you started to do hair?
Before I did hair, I was mental health tech, working with adolescents with behavioral issues.
Okay, bet. That's actually why I first met him, but I didn't even realize that.
Right.
So we started talking. We're like, hold up, that was you. That was you. Cool. So tell the people about the transition from where you were working in mental health to where you are now. How'd that happen?
The transition, it happened when I lost my brother, my only sibling. He was murdered in 2019. I really didn't have I wouldn't say the interest, but I didn't really have enough to give to the kids. So I had to kind of like take a step back to focus more on myself.
I get it.
Yeah.
I started doing locks out of my apartment, and I did that for a couple years, and I was like, it has to be more to this. So I went to cosmetology school. I graduated cosmetology school last year, November.
With honors, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely with
honors, I'm sure.
And like I said, I graduated last year, November, so I'm just now getting out of cosmetology school, like forming my business and just branding myself to opening myself up for like new opportunities.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And y'all, just to give y'all a backstory on how we even met, how I met DeSean. It was at the Urban Masterclass Network.
All right.
He was one of our participants, the first one there.
Yes.
And
DeSean was like,
he's always early.
I'm here. Where's that? Ready. And we was like, are you here for the podcast?
I mean, not the podcast, the Masterclass.
Yeah. Just because, I just liked how you so, enthusiastic.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was just really, just respectful when he came through.
Yeah, he was.
And excited to learn and just hungry. And I appreciated that because that makes us go harder.
Right.
Like when we got people out here that, we know that we're pouring into and have, a desire to gather the information that we're trying to share. Absolutely, that makes us go harder. So thank you.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
And y'all, that class was awesome. So y'all
Tell the people.
Like y'all got to start attending those classes and get in with the network.
Right? Absolutely.
We didn't tell him to say that either.
No,
we didn't tell him.
No.
That's amazing, though. I mean, his whole story is like inspirational.
Absolutely.
And
because that would have took me all the way out, bro.
Okay,
I'm serious.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to use, those times in your life that could have broken you, but as a testimony, you gotta respect that. And we got tissue because I'm like, I'm ready. I'm serious because it's, just thinking about the transition and mentally and how you have to focus on, changing your mindset because it could easily go left or right. You could say, the hell with it. You really could. Or you could say, you know what, I'm going to use this to push me forward. And that's what you did. And that light is over you, man. I'm telling you. Every time you walk in the room, I mean, his face lights up the room.
Every
you just be like, man, I got to go. I got to do what I need to do because the Sean is here.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we got a couple of statistics. All right. So today we're going to be talking about what it means to be to qualify yourself as being self-employed or a business owner, like that transition between being self-employed and being a business owner, and what that looks like. So I learned today. Hold up, let me get myself together. You know what? I didn't know this. This was pretty impressive. There are over 140,000 Black-owned businesses.
Let's do it.
I didn't know, and the revenue and annual sales, y'all, $141 billion into the economy.
Wow.
That just speaks to how much talent we have in this community. When it comes to Hispanic-owned businesses, those businesses grew by 8.2% in 2020, and that's up from 6.5% in 2020. The revenue is crazy. So when it comes to like literally the Urban Masterclass Network, we have it. We are driving the economy. Let me see. 20% of businesses are owned by minorities, of all businesses. Let's see. So how does that make you guys feel? Like, what? I mean, I never knew any of that.
That's the first.
I mean, I think those numbers speak for itself. You know, it really tells the story of, first, our community has a desire to, I guess, contribute to the economy, right? And also to do better for ourselves.
Right.
You know, we have dreams, we have visions, we have aspirations, that there are business owners, people that look like you and I, that are really doing exceedingly and excellent things. You know what I'm saying? They're really succeeding in their endeavors, and it's possible, right?
Gotcha.
So it really helps us. It helps me resonate and just like, wow, like I can do it too.
But we've been taught that, that's a struggle. And I mean, it is. Business ownership in general is a struggle, right? But the contributions that Black and brown people have made to this economy,
right?
We need to get credit for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing?
Yeah.
I guess it just depends on, what we're taught and what we actually listen to, right? So define what it means for you to take the step out as far as being a business owner or an entrepreneur.
I'm gonna be like fully transparent.
Okay.
When it comes to like entrepreneurship and business owner and self-employed, I am like ignorant to it. Really, like I feel like, and I've been praying so long to be in the company of those that have that knowledge that I can gain, because like I know I have a gift, I know I have a talent, and I know how to book myself. I know I can make it easy $1,000 in 2 days. I can make 2,000 a week if I really wanted to, but it's more than just booking those clients and making that money. And I feel like for first timers that have never done this before, if you have the skill, you really don't have the knowledge until you're placed around individuals that can help you. And I feel like that's where I am in my journey. We weren't really taught in cosmetology school the business side. We were just mostly taught on the sanitation and the simple things to get us to pass the test. But it's like after we pass the test and we get our credentials, then what's next? Like how do you apply for business credit? Like how do you set up business accounts, LLCs, et cetera, et cetera? Like so right now I think I'm in a place in my life where I'm trying to figure out like, okay, the business side. Like I know how it is to make the money again, and I also know how it is to potentially run it my way, but I know it's way more than just what I know. So
what's one of the pitfalls you think new entrepreneurs or new business owners may run into? Like, what is the biggest thing that you are hungry to learn that we could potentially, help the people?
I think what I'm hungry to learn is how to create a legacy, because I have 2 kids. So it's like, I don't just want to be working for me. I want to work so that they potentially don't have to work. Like once my time is over and I did everything that I was put here to do, and they get orders like, okay, what am I doing to leave for them? If not them, anybody else potentially that may come and encounter with me who I may can help. Like it's, I feel like the only way you can grow is if you have a team or if you can help. So I feel like if I get big, I can't do this on my own. So I just want to be able to continue to live my legacy through my kids or through like my friends or whoever is next to me.
Right.
Kendra gave us an explanation on as far as how to go through the transition between business owner, self-employed to founder. So when we first, met you at the first meeting that we had, we were talking about how you even got the interest in doing hair, and you described a story about watching your mom. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I grew up. My mom, she been braiding hair since before I've been born. So like she used to take us to her appointments while she braid her customers and stuff like that. So I watched her and my aunties braid hair like all my life. For me, however, my mom, she did teach me how to braid, but as far as locks, I'm self-taught. So I will give her credit on the braiding part, but as far as everything else, like that's all me. That's all me.
Got you. So what is it about DeSean that you want to make different? Like you want to do you, right? So what is it about you that's different from what you've seen or what you've learned previously? Tell us, give the people a little bit about how we gonna know it's you. What's your stamp?
I feel like you don't really see from Charleston, South Carolina, you don't really see too many black masculine males doing hair. Like, you see it in like other states and stuff like that. And I just feel like in Charleston, a lot of people are like closed-minded to things, and I just feel like I'm just here with this talent and this gift that I was blessed with to like show the world and Charleston that like if you a man in Charleston, you know how to fix hair. Like don't be afraid to be able to make money off the talent. I feel like don't care about what people say about you, like because at the end of the day, like you don't want to make any money.
Right.
I haven't always been as confident as I am right now in this moment. When I first started, I actually didn't want anybody to know I was doing hair. And that was kind of like I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but don't tell nobody.
Right. Why do you think that is?
I think it was just more like the judgment, caring about what people thought. It can like really like if you don't have like confidence in yourself or like you don't really have the mindset, the strong mindset. I feel like judgment from others can like it can really weigh you down. So I just feel like once I started doing hair and I saw that, and I'm like,
and you good?
I ain't gotta work nobody's job. Like I can't.
I gotta work nobody's job.
Nobody gotta see about me. Like okay, your hair fix or not. So I mean, I just want to put out there like I'm pretty sure I'm not the only man in Charleston that has the capabilities of doing hair. I mean, like you have a lot of single mothers. You got a lot of black men that come from single mothers that raise up around nothing around their sisters.
Man,
it's true.
And I'm pretty sure some of them done did hair before, or
they had to do their sister's hair.
I think it's more so about the judgment and not wanting to be looked as a certain thing because you're doing hair. Like I mean, I just say if you got the craft and you got the talent and the skill, just go for it.
So answer this for me because you talked about the struggle of kind of like being comfortable in being in your masculinity and doing locks or doing hair. Like, what was the game? What was the thing that clicked? What was your mindset? What was the event that happened that made you say,
"I'm gonna just do this"?
Forget them.
I think it was like one day I made like 600 in a day, and I was like, well, "You just make 600." I was like, and at the time, like I was still working as a mental health tech with adolescents. I went PRN, so I would make my own schedule. And I was like, damn, like I gotta work full schedule and overtime to at least see
Make the
about
600.
see
Yeah.
600.
The math ain't math.
And just seeing math.
Ain't
It's
math.
like,
That math ain't
well,
math.
you know, stop fixing this. Like after that, it just been rap. Like
I hear
after
that, man.
I didn't care what nobody thought of me. You can make whatever you want.
Right. I just mean 600.
I just made 600.
Right.
And then that turned into 1,000,
Right.
2,000.
Right.
It just been up ever since.
Absolutely.
true.
You know, and that's the game changer, right? People always talk not people, but I'm just gonna say in general, you'll have folks that say, well, can you really make that much money or blah blah blah? Who's paying that? Well, there are people out there that will pay
People pay
$600.
$100, $200 on a week from Amazon.
Listen, they'll blow it in the club. What you talking about? So
That
like to
part.
actually have something that you enjoy doing, that you love doing is amazing. And I want to also bring a point that it was your mindset that changed, right? It wasn't that you had the skill, because you always had the skill.
Right.
And that's the difference that sometimes people don't understand. You can give somebody a skill, but it does not mean they'll evolve. You know, they may decide, maybe I'll remain where I am because I'm really good at what I do right here, right? I'll be in the mail room, right? You can be the best mail person in the mail room, but you'll never leave the mail room because your mindset never changed.
But you know what, DeSean, you said something that kind of got me together. Like worrying about other people and what they think. They'll have you like a puppet on a string. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They rob you to people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be like them. I always wanted to be like me, and I felt like that's what separated me from everybody else. Like, you ain't gonna find another DeSean Locke.
Not in Charleston.
You won't.
You may find someone who know how to do locks or hair extremely well, but you ain't ever gonna find nobody like me.
Right.
It's true.
That's true.
And I think we have to think about ourselves that way. Like pour into ourselves, you know, those affirmations and confidence. Like you ain't gonna never find another me, you know? And I think that's part of the brand. You know, that's a part of how you develop. And when you pitch, your company to people, and when you pitch your services, it's take it or leave it. You're not gonna find another me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everything's good. So
she do it every time.
So, DeSean, have you ever come across, now you've grown to a place where you say you are never going to get another beat, right? But has there been challenges or people, naysayers, that said anything to you that kind of like try to rock the boat a little bit for you?
I wouldn't say like nobody said like naysayers, like as into like kind of like stopping, but like I'm a energy type of person, so I can feel like I know that I have certain family members and people that I once was cool with that may have been kind of intimidated. And I feel like I'm okay with that because it just says a lot about yourself. Like I feel like I come from a family that scared to take risks. I feel like I do have certain individuals in my family that are striving and they're doing really well, but I feel like a lot of my family are like kind of conditioned in the old ways or like as far as like pricing and stuff like that. Like I noticed that like when I first started doing my hair, like I had a lot of family members that just felt entitled because we family, like they don't gotta pay or like, and it didn't really register with me until like during cosmetology school, where I was like, no, you paying me.
This is a service.
Yeah, like this is a business.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because I look at it like I watch certain people in my family, like you gonna go to somebody else and get your hair fixed and you're gonna pay them the full price. Yeah. So when you come to me, you're gonna pay me too.
The same thing.
And yeah, like I'm just doing this out there, like I charge my mom to fix her hair. And at first, like it was kind of like a power struggle because she was entitled. She felt like, I your mama. But I had to explain to her like, this is a business. And if you want me to fix your hair, like you're gonna pay me. And my mom now sees like how her hair is striving and how like well her hair is doing, and I feel like she has started to come around, like realizing like, okay, if I want my hair done right, then I know I'm gonna have to pay my son.
That's a good point. Putting that boundary, but also that expectation.
Right.
Like, you can't go to McDonald's and say, "Hey, let me get a burger and I'll pay you next week."
Right.
You can't go anywhere and
Right.
do that. So the same respect that you put on any business that you walk into and expect to pay needs to be to yours too. That's a good point.
And I ain't just my mom. I go for anybody.
Anybody.
Mom, cousin,
Right.
best friend, friends, associates.
Right.
Ain't nothing for free.
Because at the end of the day, they're supporting you.
Right.
And it's not that we want you to eat.
Right.
You have to, if you want to see somebody survive and you were saying that you support them, you can't support them by just taking from them, because that's a skill that you had to pay for, right? You had to learn how to do hair and get your license to do it legally. You know what I'm saying?
Buying
like
product.
all of that stuff costs, and nobody gave you the money for that.
Nice.
So I respect you for putting those boundaries in place. And I think in business, we have to have boundaries. It's so easy to just be like, well, yeah, I'll do. And I'm not saying we shouldn't do favors, right? Because charitable activities, you're going to have to give back.
Careful with that.
You do.
Once you start that, you got, like, once you start something, you got to kind of keep up with that. So I just kind of like, I leave it like how it is. Like, this is the price.
Right.
You pay, like,
right.
So I have my ideas. I'd be like, hey, just do me or just bring me something to eat, but let me be the one to decide.
Right.
Don't come to me with that.
And even, beyond that though, I'm talking like when you're thinking like business. I mean, not even clients. I'm talking about, okay, if I'm gonna build a partnership with somebody, there may be a give and take that you have to, give of something to receive something.
Right.
And but that's in business, not necessarily in customer service or providing a service for a client. That's totally different, because I do believe that you should honor your business structure. That definitely has to be something that you take or be mindful of. So just in growing in business, you have to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off.
Yeah. Developing that respect, because of course, most of the time, the first clients you have are the people that know you, right? So they automatically come in with that kind of, you can hook me up, And then the other thing too is being mindful of a schedule or being mindful of other people's time. If your office hours is from 8 to 5, don't be calling me at 10 o'clock talking about I need a retie. No, ma'am. We're not, because again, establishing those boundaries is important.
Yeah. So what do you think about, like, still establishing those boundaries, but doing it from I don't know. I'm really trying to think of the words to say here. Like, how do you still evolve your business, establish boundaries, but still be open to new events, new adventures, new opportunities? Right. What do you think about that?
What's the question?
So when
sorry, man. I just had zoned out after you had said I think I zoned out when you had said boundaries, because I feel like when you said boundaries, when I hear boundaries, I just be so stuck.
Right? Yeah, it's a block, right?
I said that because, like, I feel like we as people, like, when we set boundaries, you can't keep the peace and set boundaries. Like, it's either you gonna set the boundaries or you gonna try to keep the peace. Now, who peace are you keeping? Are you keeping their peace or are you keeping your peace? Right. So it's like, when I hear boundaries, it's just like boundaries. Like, that's it. Like, I
draw the line, right?
Yeah, like that's it. Like, once I see this, then that's what it is. Right. And it's either you wanna respect that or I'm just not gonna be a person for you. I for someone for so long who has been a people pleaser, now stepping into, like, setting my boundaries, I find that a lot of people are upset that they don't have the access that they once had. And it's like, for so long, I'm like, man, like, this whole time I just am trying to keep the peace. But who's really having the peace? Is it me or them?
Yeah.
So, like, when I say boundaries, it's boundaries. Like,
period.
Yeah.
10 toes down.
Gotcha.
Stand on that.
So I'm with you with the boundaries. I guess my question is, when you've decided you're going to evolve your business, you want to take it to the next level. you're gonna have to reset boundaries.
Mhm.
Because it's a different playing field.
Right.
Different people.
Different opportunities. The folks that you were assisting and helping, and when you were in a different level of business, is different from maybe where you want to transform your business to. So as we talk about transformation, that's definitely elevation, leveling up, different playing field. Like when you think about folks that have a Rolls Royce, right? Where are they buying these things from? You ever seen a Rolls Royce commercial?
Oh no.
Why? They market, but they have a certain place where they do that. And they go where people who buy Rolls Royces are, right? So they have changed, they have boundaries, right? You're not going to see a commercial for a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini, right? Because their boundary is like, okay, that's not our clientele. Mainstream America is not our clientele. We want the 1%ers. And so they play by a different set of rules. How do you envision your business as you evolve, right? As your clientele grows, as your business grows, your brand transforms. What do you see your business going? Where do you see your business going? And how do you see yourself maybe setting new boundaries for those new opportunities?
I feel like in the field that I am in, there's always room for growth. And when I say growth, I mean like education, because times are changing. There's different trends going on. There's a lot of things that I may not learn, and I may have to pay somebody for education. So I look at it as anytime that I take my money and I invest in myself and I get the proper education, my price goes up. And I feel like when I increase my price, I weed out the ones that's not supposed to be there, and I make room for those who actually appreciate me for obtaining the knowledge and going the extra mile to make sure that they can be taken care of. So I feel like one way would be like getting the education so that I can increase my price. This is all really new to me, so I really can't really like.
You don't sound like it's new to you, boy. You sound like you are somebody who is really set up for this. Like I'm listening to you, and I got all kinds of stuff going on in my head. I am so excited because I can. You were talking about the education. I thought about my own journey when I went through PA school, did that, but then that hunger for more, to be able to learn more, to increase your skill, to increase the class. So of course my first, business or job was in medicine. But, I find myself going back and getting my doctorate. I'm finding myself going back to school yet again. And that hunger to be better, to be able to serve, the people, your clients, your patients, or however you want to characterize it, whoever you're serving, when you invest in yourself, your price goes up. And I think our mental needs to go up too. Like we need to elevate our mental, and that, right now, if I apply for a job and you offer me a specific type of salary, you've lost your mind. It kind of teaches us how to value ourselves and how to value our talents. But even with that in business, I'm finding myself like digging and learning and being stretched and doing stuff. And this girl right here, she's good at the stretching now. Okay, she's gonna say, "Okay, Shayna, we gonna push you here. We gonna push you here," and we fuss, right? But then here we go. But I give her credit because she does just that, because she'll see something in me that I don't see, and I do the same for her. I get on her all the time too. But to that push, and that goes back to the community that you were talking about. Like those people around you that are gonna see it when you don't see it, or when you feel beat up, and they're gonna continue to push you. So I'm telling you, man, just listening to you, you getting me all the way together. I'm serious, because it's really like feeding me as far as, okay, Shannon, we need to tighten up in this area. We need to tighten up this area. And it really is a mindset. It really is. But with all of the things that you've been through and the journey that you've come, like, you should be really proud of yourself.
Absolutely.
You should be. I mean, you sound like you've done life for real, right? And we're not here to play no games. We, like you already mentioned, I got 2 kids, right? If something happened to me today, tomorrow, I need to make sure that they're good. that is when you live life for real. When your whole mental, your mindset changes on what your vision is for your life. So where do you see yourself, or where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years.
He's gonna smile. He's like, whoa, he got a plan. He's got a plan.
I'm gonna be so transparent. I really honestly don't know. I think right now the main goal is to be present in the moment. Like, I don't want to think ahead. I feel like everything that I have and that I need is like right here inside of me. It's just all about the divine timing, and I'm learning that as I'm on my spiritual journey as well. After losing my brother, he died at 24, and to see like how short of a life that he lived, but he was here to do what it was that he was supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like my job for myself is to do. I'm not gonna be here forever, even though I would love to be here forever. I know that at one day my number might get pulled, and I may not be here. So I'm just here to just do what it was that God put me here to do. And I feel like we have all the tools and resources that we need to get to each level within inside of us.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's divine timing. So like, you ever notice how like at one point in your life you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, and then like you wake up like in a week, you start doing something, and you like, I didn't realize I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah,
It
like,
already was in you. It's just
right.
like you just had to reach a point into your life where you was like, okay, I can do this. It's more so like faith and your intuition. I feel like I haven't always been where I am right now, but I feel like through each chapter in my life, I unlock a different level within inside of me. And it's beautiful.
Unlocking it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, that's dope. That's scary too.
Yeah.
For me, I'm thinking, damn, I don't know what's on the other side of the door, you know? And that is my biggest problem, you know? And we talking about being, you know, straight up and fully transparent. But yeah, unlocking the locks. I got you. All right, my man. What's going on?
Right. Let's figure this out.
Looking at this thing like, what got on his finger? So I April 22nd to be exact. Because this period has been like very,
it set you down.
Yeah. So April 22nd, I cut my finger cooking in the kitchen, and me cutting my hand has set me down for some time, and I wasn't able to do what it is that I love to do, which is hair. But during this time period, I noticed that this is my period of rest. Like, you guys are just meeting me, but like I've been on go since forever. Like on go since forever. And I feel like when you're on go, if you do not take breaks and rest, God will make you take breaks and rest.
Say that again. Say it again. Hold on. Say that again. We listening. The church is listening.
If you do not take breaks and rest, God will make you take breaks and rest. And with this period and this time frame I don't know if you guys know this. I see you guys reach out and you're like, yeah, you need to be advertising that you got this going on, letting people know. I honestly have taken a break from social media. I haven't been on in a while. And I check my messages and stuff like that, but I haven't been responding to anybody. And this time I've been taking like to myself, and I've been taking it very seriously. Like I'm in a space to where like I'm really trying to find out like who I am, what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And this process has caused me to lean on God a little harder than I would do. And when I tell y'all, like, you gotta have faith. Like you really have to have faith. Like today's the 8th. So I haven't done a client since I cut my hand, so it's going on like 3 weeks.
And you good though.
And I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm great. But I just wanna share this really fast. I feel like at times when things like this happen, I feel like we have to be doing something, or um if this didn't work, I need to go to the next thing, try to figure out how to make money. And I'm gonna share with y'all. So I tried to get a job. About a week ago, I walked into a temp agency and a lady gave me a job at the temp agency. And I haven't worked an actual 9 to 5 since 2019. And going back into that atmosphere of getting a job,
oh no,
I did it off of the strength because it was like, damn, like you got your bills and stuff coming up, like what you about to do? But like, I felt like me going into that temp agency, I felt like God pushed me to go to the temp agency to see if I was willing. Not to say that this was what I needed to be doing, but just to see if I was willing. I feel like most people reach a certain status within their career, or they just become big headed and they feel like, oh, I ain't never work nobody's job. Like, I don't care what I go through. If I have to go back and work a job, I'm gonna go work. I don't care if it's at McDonald's, I don't care if it's at Taco Bell, Publix, wherever it is, I'm gonna go work. So I felt like me going into that temp agency, that was God's way of showing me like, I just want to see if you're willing to put your pride aside and go work on somebody else's job for somebody else. And I did it, but when I did it, I realized that like, and I prayed about it, and every day when it was time for me to go to work, I'm like, what? Am I dreading going to work? Like, and that's because like I'm not supposed to be working. Like a lot of people, you get in certain situations, and you get that little feeling in your body. That's like your spirit telling you, like, this ain't what you need to be doing. I'm trying to show you, like, you just need to trust and have faith. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I don't have 100% faith. Sometimes I be like, okay, I gotta take matters into my own hands. But the main goal and what I realized, what I was supposed to be doing right now, was resting. I feel like this was my period of rest. Like, even though I tried to go do the job thing, it wasn't for me. I came back home and I just been resting so that once my finger healed, I already got people waiting on me. Like, bro, I'm not going to nobody else. Like, when your finger heal, I need you to call me because I'm coming. So I just feel like this period right now, God just telling me like, Deshaun, you just need to take some time to yourself, focus more on loving yourself, focus more on self-care. Everybody's situation is different, so I can't tell you not to work. If you feel like you have to work, then you have to do what you have to do by all means. But what I will say is that if you have faith, everything is gonna work out. And I felt like me going to that job, I was like chasing. When I'm abundant, everything flows to me. So I'm never gonna go without. Regardless of what situation I am, I move with love. I'm kind. I always do people right, so I feel like the universe is gonna pay me tenfold for what I put out. So it's all about character and how you move as an individual. If you are a good person, anybody can be a good person. But if you are a good, genuine person looking for nothing in return, it's gonna come back.
You reap what you sow.
Right.
That thing is real.
That thing is real.
Absolutely. And a lot of times people will say, they put out terrible seeds and then they hoping to reap this harvest of blessings and all these things. No, not really. And it doesn't always come in a financial form. Just like the peace that you're able to get right now and the rest that you know that you need, that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? People cannot rest because they got so much turmoil going on. There is no rest. So the gift and the blessing is the rest that you've been able to, that you have right now. So that's amazing. I'm glad that you shared that. Hey y'all, before we go, we just want to mention that this week's podcast was sponsored by Journey to Wholeness. So if you don't already, follow them on Facebook. It's The Journey to Wholeness, Reverend Dr. Herbert Jenkins. is the founder and owner of that business, and y'all, he's amazing. So we
What's
thank you
up,
so
man?
much
Thank
for
you.
sponsoring this video. We love you guys. Thank y'all so much.
Love you.
Oh, the bandage. Little bandage.
He's trying.
Little bandage.
Little bandage.
He's trying. He needs a drink. He needs some wholeness in his life. Listen.
Journey to wholeness.
Journey to wholeness with little bandage.
All right. So, I just want to say that I had a lot of fun today, just hanging out with y'all, doing our thing. So hold on, my thought just left. For real, for real.
Yeah.
I was supposed to say, hold on.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, that. Okay, question. This John. When it comes to Urban Masterclass, do you feel, or tell us, how do you feel about it? Your experience. Do you feel it was worth it? Just let us know. And he gonna tell me the truth.
First off, I want to say a shout out to Miss Carmelita.
Yes.
At my cosmetology school.
Yes.
Y'all are interested in going to cosmetology school, go and see Miss Carmelita at Charleston Cosmetology Institute, located off Dorchester Road.
She was so welcoming too.
I love her.
She was really nice.
But she hit me up and she told me about the opportunity, and I came, and I honestly really enjoyed the class. Shout out to Miss Kalani and Miss Adelaide. I love your book, by the way. I think I'm on page 10. I love your book. I hope you see this, and y'all gotta get her book. It's like every day, it's like every page is like a type of like motivation,
anchored
to like, I guess, like help you continue moving along on your journey. So shout out to her. But when I came to the class, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. I knew in the back of my mind, I don't know why, but I knew I was gonna be the only man in that class. And that's how it's been like within my journey. I'm always the only man.
And
so,
that's
like,
cool.
Right. So it was interesting. How y'all had everything set out, the knowledge, the time that y'all took to actually put that together for us. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like if anybody that's gonna watch this, I feel like y'all should start coming to the classes. I also would say that be on time, 'cause y'all might could be in the seat too. Y'all might could be in the seat.
Listen,
that was it. That was why you got
That's
this.
why he's here. DeSean has an, I guess, and it's not really. Well, I'll just say it this way: he's always on time.
Listen,
like early.
About my time, all my clients will tell you that. Like, I do not play about my time. Like
45 minutes early.
No, he was there, ready. Like, where we at? I'm here for the class.
We like, you 20 minutes before registration. Okay, well, okay, give us a moment.
I think that's like my biggest pet peeve is time. I feel like that's how you show someone that you respect.
Absolutely.
Time. I feel like anybody who don't respect your time don't respect you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And coming up in like school, I've always been an ROTC, and my instructor, Master Chief Strickland, he's passed. Shout out to him.
You was Air Force ROTC?
We were Navy. God bless his soul. I honestly could not get along with this man to save my life, but he was so helpful along my journey. And one thing that I would take from him that he taught me is that he said that if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. And that always stuck with me. So like anything that I have going on, I always try to get there early so that I'm on time.
Yes. And because he was on time, he won this opportunity to be on our podcast. I'm saying, so like, pays to be on time. And so we're so happy to have you a part of our network. And he won this opportunity because now he's a part of, he wasn't just a participant in the masterclass, but he is also now a VIP or an elite member of our network. And so he gets
been promoted. Y'all see that TikTok?
Yeah. So like that is amazing though. Like, so that concept and that lesson you learned years ago, brought you to this moment. So we're so thankful that you are now in our network and an active networker. And so we are excited about that. So y'all check out DeSean. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at.
Look at this.
That's
where you want me at.
So you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Locked In for Life. So LOCD, the letter N, the number 4, LIFE.
Locked In for Life.
For
Remember that.
Listen, y'all go check out his page. He's amazing. He does locks. He does natural hair. Listen, the people be like, what? You look at the videos and the hair just moving.
Yes. Like, I'm telling you. Everything.
It's amazing. So y'all check him out. Thank you so much for being on our podcast.
You're so amazing.
And if you don't already, you need to subscribe.
Absolutely.
Why are you not subscribed?
Right.
You need to share this video. We're going to have the podcast. We're going to have YouTube. It's going to be on Instagram. Urban Masterclass Network. Y'all come follow us.
That's it. All the things.
This is Dr. Lashana Wilder. I am Kendra Hayward, and we're so glad. And Yo, we're so excited that he's here.
I'm telling you, you're a homie for life.
Yeah, man, homie for life, for real.
For real. I am so glad. And then the other thing, the last thing I said, I'm always doing. But I mean, he is so Charleston, and like listening to you, you know, we all from Charleston, we home, you know, we taking care of us. I just love that about the network. I love that about what we do in Charleston, etc. So, I mean, the talent is right here. It's all in you. Like you said, man, everything you need is in you. So we just need to remember that and go out on faith and go out and just share our gifts with the world, man.
And don't worry about who ain't supporting you.
That's it.
Support yourself. Clap for yourself.
Say that. Say that.
Everybody, once they see you get to that point, they gonna come.
They'll come.
They'll come.
Yep.
And then you know how to deal with them.
Yep. And if they want to self-select, that's cool too.
Right. Focus on who's supporting you.
Absolutely.
And you'll get far.
Sure will.
All right.
So thank y'all again.
Till next time.
See y'all next week. Peace
out. See you later. Who we gonna name your finger?
Oh, we gotta name the finger.
We gotta name that finger.
It's
Love
bandage. Say bye, little bandage.
Love bandage. Special guest.
Special appearance. Oh my God.
All right, y'all.
Peace out.
See you later.